up? My name is Karina Perez, and one thing I love to do is bake and decorate cakes. I've been doing them for about 7 years, mostly for family and friends, but lately I've done them and people have hired me to do them for their weddings, birthday parties, and special events. To me, I believe cooking and baking is very essential to life because people need to know on how to make their own food. And because of that, it has many great opportunities from baking. You can always use them as gifts, and they're very cheap and easy. You save so much money, and people appreciate it a lot more better. And so I will teach you how to make a homemade apple cake. Most people are scared when they think of homemade, but honestly, it's very simple and you'll be surprised how easy it is to make a cake from scratch. And you might want to say, why an apple cake? Well, first of all, it's fall and I thought it went great with this theme. And second, the holidays are coming up. And because of the holidays, I learned this recipe for my aunt who always brought it to every Thanksgiving. So hopefully after watching this video, you can bring them to your next family event or holiday event. And so there are 4 easy steps on making an apple cake. The first one is to preheat the oven. The second one is to gather all your ingredients and materials. The third one is to mix your wet and dry ingredients together, then all together. And the last one is to put your cake mix in your desired baking pan and put it in the oven in 350 to 35 to 45 minutes or until golden brown. For this recipe, you will need the essentials, which are a whisk or mixer, a spatula, your desired baking pan, cooking and baking spray, 2 mixing bowls, measuring spoons, and a measuring cup. And for the ingredients, there's 12 ingredients. They might seem a lot, but it's honestly not very much. You will need vegetable oil, baking soda, a half a cup of water, and that's 1 1/4 cups of vegetable oil. You'll also need 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of regular sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 4 cups of diced apples, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. And you can't forget about 3 cups of eggs. So first off, you're going to start by preheating your oven, which I've already done. And the next step is to gather ingredients. This takes me about 10 minutes to gather all up and to dice my apples in small cubes. And now it's to mix it. I will start off with the dry ingredients, doesn't matter which one, which is 2 1/2 cups of flour, all purpose. And then you're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of regular sugar, and you're going to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of salt. This is optional, you don't have to, but it's something I do. And you can't forget 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. If someone's allergic, so you can obviously option this and take it out. So mix that up very good. And once you get that done pretty mixed, you're going to do your wet ingredients. You first want to break your 3 eggs and mix it. This is very important because by breaking the eggs and mixing them before you add the other ingredients, it ensures that all the eggs are evenly mixed. And you want to whisk that pretty good. And while you're mixing that, you're going to add your 1 1/4 cups of vegetable oil, your half a cup of water, and you will want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And just mix that very well. And you got it all together. Now you're going to mix your wet and dry ingredients. And you're just going to keep mixing. You can mix it all together if you're running out of time, but this is one step that I learned over the years, to mix your ingredients separate because it makes the cake a lot more moist. And once that you got that very well, you can fold in your apples, which is 4 cups, with your spatula. I'm using Golden Delicious apples because they're my favorite, but you can obviously use your favorite apples. And just fold that up very, very nicely. And once you got that all mixed together, you're going to spray your baking pan very nicely so nothing sticks. And then get your spatula and put it all in here. Just smoothly goes in. Okay. Now you're done with your third step. You're about done with your fourth step, and you're going to put in the oven for 350 to 35 to 45 minutes. Right until it's golden brown. We'll already have a cake done because I made one for my coworker. So after the 4 easy steps from preheating the oven to gathering your materials and to mixing them and putting it in the oven, you get this delicious apple cake. So hopefully after watching this video, you will see how easy it is to bake your own cake, and then you'll be encouraged to start baking. And you can bring them to your next family event and holiday event. And also gift them, because who would not love a homemade apple pie? So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy your cake.